Hello guys, in this tutorial focus will be only on buttons. We're gonna learn how to set size of it, background image, background color, text family and stuff like that. The same things as you have in CSS, for example. Right, I don't want to confuse you too much, so I will put for now button 2 and button 3 in the comments, which means these buttons will not be activated. Okay, so we have only one example here to work with for simplicity reasons. Right, so the first question is how to set width for button. Can we just say like width equals 5 pixels or 20? Well, width equal 50 pixels, let's say, and you will probably think, okay, that will get the job done. And when I press F5, obviously the size is big, but is much bigger than 50 pixels. So something fishy is going on here. Okay, so let's confirm that with another dimension, height. So let's do that. And also that thing will be 50 pixels, because when you have both of these same, then you can correlate pretty much. And what's gonna happen when I press F5 is a very strange thing. Now, here's the situation. In a new versions of Python, we need to set width of a button to use imaginary Blanco image as a background for a button. So in earlier versions you have that option to use these things, but now in new versions that will not work. So we must use imaginary Blanco light gray image to play around to set correct widths. So let me do that right here. I'm gonna have a name for that image because I can use it all over the place down there for all buttons if I like. So I will call it like a common img, and this is just a handle for image that we can use all over the place. And how to activate it, how to make it, well, we are going to say photo image, and you have this in documentation. So I'm inventing this, but I'm not inventing these instructions, and that thing will be of initial width 1. Why 1? Because down there when you have bigger width than initial width, that thing will be resized to reach that number of pixels. Let me explain. So original default width will be 1 pixel. This is a starting point, and you can work on that a little bit later in the next line. So also same stuff for height. So don't ask me why this is a case in new versions, I don't know, but this is the reality. You must do this like I have it here. And now when we run our little script, now we will have correct results, but of course I need to activate this image because it is not enough to have it. You need to activate it here. How? Well, you're going to say image, and you will target that your own custom specific image, which is in my case common img, and don't forget comma. And now the things will be perfectly fine. F5, and there you go, guys. You have a button, but you don't have a text. Well, this is not actually problem. This is just like improvement of Tkinter Python capabilities. So we need to have a way to connect text with a Blanco light gray image. So how to do that? What is a command here? Well, for example, here we must say compound. Let me type that. So compound equals C. Sorry, not a C, but C. And of course don't forget comma, and now you have connection between real text and imaginary like background light gray image that we created. So we don't have in the reality image, we have something that is like a virtual, let's say, like a Blanco virtual thing. And now the thing will work. Let me test that. There you go, guys, you have solution. And now we can play around with dedicated manually calculated widths. Right, so let me boost this to, let's say, I don't know, 70 pixels, and the height will be like 10. Okay, and let me boost this a little bit more, for example 100, and the height will be 20. And there you go, guys. Now, why this is important? Because you don't need to calculate that much down there for future buttons, because you already done everything here and those initial first manual testing. So you do have common image that you can use down there all over the place, and you do have initial sizes for all buttons, and you don't need to think about that anymore for the rest of the script. Now, I know that this looks complicated, but after a couple of minutes of practicing, after a couple of tutorials, this will become your second nature. Right. Next question. How to set background color? Well, here we are going to say BG equals, and I'm gonna use like double quotes here and also here, why not? I'm mixing these things for some reason. And background color will be, let's say, light green. Light green, and save, and F5, and there you go, that thing works. And actually the button functionality is preserved, so everything is fine with application in general. Okay, so how to set font color? Well, we are going to use another characteristic, or if you use HTML terminology, attribute, FG, foreground color, and that thing will be red. I'm not good with colors, so I'm just throwing these colors all over the place. Of course, that light green and red will be ugly, but it will work. So F5, and there you go, you have solution. Probably you're much better with colors than I just like default light gray stuff. I don't know, for some reason. Okay, next question. What, for example, if you wanna color to be different than these when you press a button but you don't release it? Like you have a doubt, you're just doing that press and then you give up. So how to do that color? Well, here, let's say down there, we're going to use another attribute, which is active for background. Active background equals, and in this case that thing will be, I don't know, like a white, pure white, and F5. And now when I press this thing, there you go, you have solution. It is pure white. And how I know that? Well, let's test with color for font. When I click on that thing, but I'm not releasing it on a button. So I'm just moving here and then let it go. So let's change that color when button is activated but not fully released. And that thing is active foreground. How to type this in English? Foreground equals orange, let's say. Something stupid. As I said, I'm not good with colors. And F5. And now when I press this thing, there you go, guys, you have orange color. Now, most of programmers are just like, you know, default stuff. I'm like that. So I don't use for my applications this active background and foreground, because it's, I don't know, I just don't like it. If I need to mess around with colors, probably those colors will be like default background, and probably I will not even change color for font. But that's just me, you know, you maybe want to experiment a little bit. Okay, so question is, what about fonts, font families? Well, here we are going to go to next line, and we will say font equals, and in a brackets, yes, we can use brackets here, and don't forget comma. We are going to use font which will be, I don't know, impact. If you have it on a system, you probably have if you're on Windows. So when I say F5, there you go, you have very recognizable impact font. Okay, so what about font size? Well, sure, we can check that. Here inside the brackets, you can say 20 for font size and F5. And now we have a problem, which means that we need to higher up the size of a button so that those things do have some kind of symmetry between them. I don't know, I'm gonna use 300 here and maybe 50 here. Maybe that will be stupid, but yeah, it will be actually very, very cool. So yeah, awesome. And as I said, most programmers will love default stuff, and I don't play around with fonts too much. But for testing purposes, why not? Let's also set the how to explain this in English. Well, I'm gonna type it. Italic or bold, you know what I'm talking about. These characteristics, italic. There you go, that works. And what about bold? Will that work? Well, yes, this is actually very big, and when I switch this font to Arial, now we will have that slight difference. Okay, nice. And if I remove bold, then we are using a normal font. There you go, awesome stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna leave that thing like a size of font default because I don't wanna play around too much with the size of these buttons. So what was those sizes, those pixels? Like, if I remember correctly, 120? Yeah, let me test that. Oh, right, bearable. Okay, let me like use here something like system color. Will that work? Okay, fine, it will. Right, guys, I don't want to go to 15 or 20 minutes tutorials. This is just a lot of things to digest. So just remember and breathe, guys, just breathe. Give yourself a little bit of time. So just remember that if you want to use different pixels that will propagate all over the place down there, for all other buttons, first you must use that like a virtual image, and then when you set initial size of it, then use it here. So common img is my own custom name, but image here you must use it. This is part of documentation. Right, when you do have those initial sizes in pixels, then boost those sizes as you seem fit, as you like it. Okay, you need to do a little bit of manual testing, but you're done for all other buttons down there because you have common image. Then to connect actual like a text with virtual image, use compound C here, and then if you want to mess around with background color, BG, foreground color, FG, and rarely you will use active background and active foreground, and rarely you will use different fonts because default is a kinda more usable if you ask me. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here, and in the next tutorials, let me think, we're gonna learn how to use real and not imaginary, real image for a background, and how to have different relief for button, how to disable it and such thing. So thank you for watching as always, and see you next tutorial.